武器庫に戻ってきました。
This cannon is heavy, but I will be able to push it. I will need to find a way to move it to the front of the door of the Queen's jewel house.
この大砲をあそこのドアの前まで持っていきたいと。大きな木の板とローラースケートの車輪を組み合わせて車輪付きの板を作ります。これに大砲を乗せます。
Now I can push it to the door of the jewel house. The stairs are preventing me from getting past. How can I mount them with my artillery?
スクリュードライバーをこのドアの蝶番に使い外します。
There, the door is dismantled. Now I must find the appropriate location where I should place it.
そしてそのドアを階段に置きます。
I need something. There, the door is dismantled. Elementary. There, now I am in firing position, and there's nothing more to do but load this cannon.
火薬を使い、まず火薬を調合しないといけませんね。調合というか、その体積を測らないといけませんね。
I must decant the proper amount of powder into this receptacle and pour it into the cannon.
はい、それで、以前、手に入れた文書で、大砲の直径と火薬量の測定法という本を、思い出してください。
I must have...
どれだっけな、これですね。これの表を見ます。直径2と2分の1インチの大砲の火薬量の体積。478立方センチメートルです。これを覚えておいてください。
I must decant...
478というわけで、まず250を1つ。そして、80を2回。つまり160ですね。これで、410入れました。求める体積が478なので、あと68立方センチメートルです。これを測るには、まず80の容器に火薬を入れ、それを12の容器に移すと、今残っている火薬の量は68ですね。これで、478立方センチメートルが測れました。そしてその測った火薬が入っているキャノンカートリッジを装填します。そして、2と2分の1インチの直径の、大砲の弾を装填します。そしてマッチで火をつけ、このドアを壊します。
If I were Lupin, I wouldn't take that path. As you can surmise by the plumes of smoke emanating from the room originating from this window, it, let's say, suffered by my hand, and there is no chance that it will support your weight nor the items that I imagine you to be carrying.
You impress me, Mr. Holmes. You see, I concocted this plan with such thoroughness and, I'm sure you'll agree, a fair amount of genius, such that I was saddened that none would see it as I brought it to fruition. And yet, there you were from the first. A bit too close for comfort, wasn't it? And if you are here, it's because you must have searched, and most certainly found all of the parts of the puzzle, down to the smallest detail. And I can't but congratulate you on your performance. I am a gentleman, Mr. Holmes, and even if I didn't always show good sportsmanship during this adventure, my sense of honor obliges me to acknowledge your victory tonight. As someone who never knew defeat before meeting you, I would like to express my admiration and how honored I am that you not only played this game with me, but won also.
You should, Monsieur Lupin, understand that I share your admiration and know that if you're giving me the honor of the victory tonight, it was yours the last 4 times.
Your intelligence has no equal apart from your sense of chivalry, Mr. Holmes. You know as well as I do, those were but a few minor obstructions, and whoever wins the final battle takes the war.
Despite everything, our camp suffered some losses, the gravity of which could have been fatal if they had been made public. No one, myself included, would have come out of a Pyrrhic victory unscathed.
I betrayed myself by doing anything that could have harmed your reputation. I am duty-bound to you, Mr. Holmes, and I will accept your conditions, even if they dishonor me, as long as they don't dishonor my country.
You managed, thanks to your remarkable intelligence, to deny me any margin of maneuverability to decide in advance should we find ourselves in the situation in which we are. It was a chess match, and there is nothing remaining on the table but the 2 kings. This is a classic stalemate, wouldn't you agree?
You will find at this address a master's painting, a great rock, and a few birds. As for what Her Majesty wished for me, I had no choice but to give it to her at that very instant. Once again, I am at a loss for words to express the pleasure that I took from this adventure with you. Even if it costs me, I promise, on my honor, that I will never publicize the account of what took place.
We shall not meet again, my friend, but know that during the past few days, your presence in our soil did as much honor to your country as ours. Safe journey, Monsieur Lupin.
What? You'll let him leave like that?
What choice did I have, Watson? Look at the whole picture. Lupin's real intent was to steal the crown jewels. The goal of all the other thefts was to provide a sort of insurance in the case of failure, and, above all, to ensure the services of a plethora of accomplices. Us.
Us? Accomplices? I admit that I was fooled once, but I didn't steal anything.
From the moment we read Lupin's first letter, we became his accomplices. In fact, by having us play his game, Lupin was conditioning us. After the first theft, he left clues leading us to the second, from the second to the third. So well that as the second to last theft, we were convinced that Lupin's final target would be Big Ben. Lupin knew that the authorities, headed by the Prime Minister himself, would align themselves with the only person who could sort out Lupin's schemes as they happened. Myself. Therefore, in controlling me, he was controlling all of London's police force, and he nearly succeeded.
Then why not simply steal the jewels to begin with? Why this whole masquerade?
I've just explained it, Watson. In order to steal the crown jewels, Lupin had to accomplish certain preliminaries. In the first place, he had to be assured that the garrison would be only minimally guarded on the night of the theft. Therefore, he started using a disguise, of course, by getting rid of the garrison's usual doctor by giving him a free trip to the continent. He also befriended the cook under another identity, while the cook was out on the town. Thus, he was able to suggest a specific recipe for a specific date, the eve of the jewel theft. Then he went to nab the ravens. The effects of this theft permitted him to first create an inauspicious event that forced a reduction in the size of the garrison so that the news wouldn't spread. Second, to have access to the storeroom in order to poison the tomatoes that were going to be used in the recipe that he gave to the cook. Third, to pose as Paul Cernine, that doctor who would be called in the case of emergency. Fourth, given that a theft had already taken place at the Tower of London, we would have had to have bats in the belfry to think that there would be another. Lupin also needed to get the police out of the area, which happened as I already explained.
I understand, but what of the other thefts?
A part of the process of conditioning, they caused us to put little weight on the theft in the Tower of London. If that had been the only prelude, we would have taken more time to ponder the clues and find Lupin's true intentions. Yet this time he didn't leave it up to us. And so, like I told you, these thefts were his insurance. Lupin had beaten us 4 times on the battlefield of English honor, such as he had suggested to us in his letter. Our pride in not bringing our defeats public was our sin, and it made us prisoners of his game. If he had proven beaten, he could have profited from the restitution of the objects, the price of his silence regarding our failures, and the true value of our police. A discreet release was a small price to pay with regards to an affront of international scope. Do not forget that the Queen herself is implicated.
Indeed. It is, moreover, a matter of conscience for me. When I write this adventure, I do not think I...
But there's no question, Watson. You cannot write about it. You promised before God that you wouldn't.
But, Holmes...
Your word is your bond. In any case, you wouldn't want to relate the ignoble theft that you committed, that of my Order of the Legion of Honor.
Holmes, you know that.
It's in the past, Watson. It's in the past. Incidentally, a young woman came by to return it a few moments ago. She wanted to deliver it to you directly. She seemed to know you well. A young woman who can be found at the Golden Lion, am I right? She doesn't seem like your usual client, unless, of course, you were the client in this case. What do you say, Watson?
はい、これにてシャーロック・ホームズ vs アルセーヌ・ルパンの物語はおしまいです。最後まで見ていただいて本当にありがとうございます。ゲームを振り返りますと、非常に謎解きが難しかったですね。ゲームを録画する時間よりもロケハンにかける時間の方が長かったと思います。それから物語としてはワトソンのキャラクターの良さが際立っていましたね。自分の動画を見返してみて、やはりワトソンのシーンで思わずニヤニヤしてしまいます。次回作はすでに決まっております。シャーロック・ホームズ vs ジャック・ザ・リッパーをプレイしたいと思います。ジャック・ザ・リッパー、切り裂きジャックですね。ホームズと同じぐらいの時代に、実在した人物です。今回、の敵アルセーヌ・ルパンは言っても紳士ですから人を殺すことは絶対にないのですが、次の敵ジャック・ザ・リッパーは人を殺すことだけを目的としております。非常に手強い敵になりそうです。コミュニティの方でですね、動画の更新の、情報をお知らせしております。興味のある方はコミュニティに参加してみてください。それではまた次回お会いしましょう。さようなら。